Hi, I know many of you are still yet anxious to know more about this ePortfolio, which is your final project. Some of you attempted to create your template, but you still need more instruction, and others of you are just a little bit too leery to even step out into creating your template. So to access the information, you click on the weekly folders, and contains again everything that we've done throughout the week. So if you need to refer back to week 2 or 3 or some of the other weeks that we've already completed, you can click on the weekly folder to access that. The final project ePortfolio folder has been available since day 1 of the course, because I want you to start thinking about your final project early versus just the last week of the semester and you're trying to cram everything in. But I really would like for you to build as you grow so it's not as intense towards that last week of the semester. So the final project assignment instructions are actually here. So if you click on that link, the PDF is here, and it kind of gives you an overview of everything that's going to be expected of you. In addition to that, I built a template that actually has even more detail for what each page should contain. But let's go back to the ePortfolio folder, which has a lot more resources in it. The thing that I'm working on now is revising this ePortfolio template tour, so that's what this is going to be here. It's a new placeholder. I'm going to revise this video. And then I also believe in week 2 created the ePortfolio template assignment, and it's an assignment in quotes, but I would like for you by midterm, which is the first week of October, to at least have a place for you to upload your all your assignment information that's going to be required for the ePortfolio. So right now, if all you have is a website with blank pages, then you are really on top of the game and you're ready to start uploading things. If you haven't started your template, don't worry, you still have time, and it's a fairly easy process just to create the standard pages that you will need, and don't worry that you don't have any content. So that for the ePortfolio template, again, if you click on this link, I do have detailed instructions on how you would actually go about creating your ePortfolio template here, and that's this assignment instructions here. But I'll quickly show you as well for those of you who are more visual learners. I think within the instructions I do have PDF and also have screenshots within them. But I'll start by giving you a quick tour of my template, which you're going to actually use for your preferences as well. And you can click on this link here. There's a link here. I try to put the link on in several places. So in the tutorial or on the tour of this ePortfolio, on each page I do give you descriptions on what your page should have, but feel free for those of you who aren't going to be using Microsoft Word, you can use terms like word processing or spreadsheet presentation software. So I'm giving you some freedom and some flexibility on the terminology, but this is just a general framework for what's going to be expected. And this week we talked about our essential questions, and this is what's going to be the umbrella for everything that goes underneath this. So your unit plan, which is kind of giving you a brief overview of everything and how you integrated technology effectively, that's what this page is going to be about. And again, there's much more instructions on here. And then for each of the lessons that we're going to be building, all of the different assignments, there's going to be a page for that where you'll input your lesson plan template, your sample, your evaluation, and all of those things. And what I'm saying here is you don't have to use this three-prong approach of having them displayed this way. And as you can see, this is a little bit busy, and I did this on purpose to allow you to see that this may not work for you. So you may want to insert or embed your documents in a different format. I'm really going to be assessing you on your content, not necessarily on if you created your template to look exactly like mine. So in addition to posting your different components, your lesson plan and your rubric and the actual student sample, there's also a reflection portion, which is very key for ePortfolio. So each one of these pages will have you have some questions or something to kind of help you jog your memory about that particular assignment for your reflection. So all of these elements here, these are all built into the course. There's nothing in addition that you have to do for this portfolio other than adding the reflection. You already have this material created. Some of you have started doing rubrics as far as the evaluation component. You don't have to do that initially, but for your ePortfolio, you do have to have a rubric. So if you want to create your rubric ahead of time, feel free to do that. One element that is different, or that you're going to design specifically for your ePortfolio, is the Webquest. And the Webquest, again, should support your essential questions. So as your students are going through this particular Webquest, they should be able to, a portion of this should help them to be able to address the essential question or questions that you've created. The other area is the additional showcase, where this is not as in-depth as some of these other areas. You're just basically posting, for instance, the directed browsing activity. You're going to just simply state what a directed browsing is, kind of what did your DBA address, and then post a link to your Trackstar and that type of thing. So these are pretty quick. So if you have some of these done, most of you have done your Trackstar and you've created your clicker questions on Poll Everywhere. So that's a great place that you can go ahead and feel comfortable posting some of your content now, so you don't have to worry about doing that later in the semester. The research reflections, these are based off of the 2 journal article reviews that you're going to be doing this semester. So again, they're going to be peer-reviewed journal articles that are relatively recent, something between 2005 and today, that's on a topic of interest to you. How does educational technology influence your area of expertise or grade level, if it's art, music, science, math, 4th grade, 5th grade, kindergarten, whatever you're searching terminology you want to use to find your peer-reviewed journal article is fine with me. The 2 don't have to necessarily work together. They could be 2 solely different things. You could have educational technology and math, and one on reading, and then kind of write your reflection based off of that. And the other area that is specifically designed for just this ePortfolio is your future teaching goals. And so there's a series of things that you're going to answer here. But I don't want you to feel too intimidated by this project. A lot of this material you're already going to build. Even your teaching profile, you're actually going to start talking about your teaching philosophy in one of the journal reflections or the reflective journals that you're going to be doing later on this semester. So a lot of this you're already going to be developing. The main thing that I want you to do is to have the pages created to actually post that information. So like I like to say, plug and play. You can plug and play as you go throughout the semester. And to create your ePortfolio, we're going to be using Google Sites. You access that by logging into MyMoxNet, and you go to the MoxMail Plus. And then at the top here, you're going to click on the sites. And then you'll click Create. And you'll give your site a name. A lot of people were doing last name, ePortfolio. And it'll let you know, and this is going to be your URL for your ePortfolio. Select a theme. Again, you don't have to be married to this theme. You can change it later on. If you want to create something simple at first, this rounded one, it doesn't matter. Please don't feel that you have to follow mine to the T. So you have your ePortfolio here. And then once you select your theme, you can go ahead and press Create. And your first page is already created for you. So you can toggle back and forth between my template and yours. And I'm going to kind of switch screens here to help you learn which pages you need to have on yours. So on this portfolio, mine says Introduction. The default here is Home. I'm fine with Home, or you can change yours to Introduction. This little icon here allows you to edit the page. So if you want to change this from Home to Introduction, it's just that simple, and you press Save. To create a new page, you just click on this icon here. And the easy way you could do this is click on my next page, come here. Sorry, said it was easy. You can copy this and come right here and press that, and you just want it to go right there as a default. You can create that page. and go from there, and just keep creating the pages. You'll save it, and then you'll create your next page, and you can again toggle back and forth. The next main page is essential questions or essential questions. So depending on what you have, how you have yours, you may just have one question. You come here, paste it, and so forth and so on. So you have your different pages here. The tricky part for some is actually doing the indentations. It's okay for your first template if all your pages are all on one level, so if they don't indent initially, that's fine. Just make sure you create all of these individual pages, and then I'll show you how to make sure that they indent and all of them appear in your navigational bar. But that's the biggest thing that I really want you to focus on now, is to create your template, and then again, as you go through the semester, we can help. You can start uploading the information, so you're not so overwhelmed towards the end of the semester.